Okay, so in previous class, we have seen introduction to database table. How to create a database table we have seen. So the T code to navigate to data dictionary for creation of the table is SE11. After which we will give our table name. Then we've clicked on create. Then after that we maintain the delivery class and the data browser. Delivery class defines what type of data are we going to store in this table? Is it master data, customizing data, or transaction data? What kind of data, right? So we'll either give A or C depending upon the type of the data. So then we have to choose always the maintenance should be allowed. If not, no user will be able to maintain any data. Maintaining data means adding, changing, deleting the data in the table. Then we went on to create the fields. Okay, and while creating the fields, we have seen multiple scenarios wherein we have created a field with both data element and a domain, a data element, no domain, a data element, but no field label. For example, this one. For this, we did not create any domain. We used a built-in type. The field label is also empty. Okay, and directly declaring creating a field without any data element or domain, right? So these scenarios we have seen. Now let's understand what because of these many scenarios which we have used, what will be the result of each scenario we will see today. Okay, then before activating our table we have to give our technical settings. In the technical settings, again we have to choose the data class, size, category, which will specify how many records you might store in this table. Then in the DB specific properties, we will choose what kind of table do we want to create, row store or column store. So row store, you should choose row store when this table is used more for extracting the data. Row store you can use when your table is used for database write activities, means when you are updating the data more. Okay, that is the difference between column store versus row store. So, but mostly, most of the cases in HANA S4 systems, the tables are column store only. Most of the standard tables are also column store. And whenever a business transaction happens in any SAP, whenever a sales order is created, a delivery is created, an invoice is created, an accounting document is created, whatever happens, standard tables are updated, not the custom tables. And these standard table informations will be available with the functional team. Okay, so this is briefly about what we have seen yesterday. So any doubt from yesterday's class, anyone? Okay, so now that we have created the table, the next step is to maintain the data in this table. Correct, we have to add some data to the table. How to add the data? Okay, the prerequisite of adding the data to any table is we have to create a TMG, table maintenance generator. Table maintenance generator, this is that one. Okay, we call it as TMG. TMG, definite interview question. In no matter to which company you apply, you will not get even one single interview. You will not go through one single interview wherein they'll not ask about TMG. Most important concept. Okay, first of all, to create a TMG, you have to be in the change mode of the table. Okay, I'm in the change mode. Correctly, see what is display mode. This is display mode. This button is used to toggle between display and change. This button. Okay, so let me go back to display. See, now it's display now on top display table. If I click this again, it's change. So it will toggle between display and change. Okay, done. Once my table is in the change mode, click on utilities on top here. Then go to TMG, table maintenance generator. Auth group, give it as and NC and. No problem. Means no authorization group. Basically, you will give this only without authorization group. This one. Okay. Then under the function group, give the same name as your table name. Okay, here give the same name as your table name. Then click on one step. Overview screen as one. Okay, the difference between standard recording routine and no or user recording routine. Okay, standard recording routine means whenever you want to maintain any data. Okay, important guys, listen carefully. Whenever you maintain any data in this table, if we choose standard recording routine, the changes that you do, the entries that you add into the table will be stored inside a transport request, will be stored inside a TR. No or user recording routine means the changes that you add, the changes that you do are not stored in any TR. Okay, that means let's say this is a production table. Okay, this is a production table. If after creating it, it moved to quality, it's successful. After done, then it will move to production. Now, if I choose standard recording routine, okay, in the production, if it is in standard recording routine, then if any business user wants to add any data directly into the table in production system, they can't do it. They can't do it. Why? Because in which system can we create a TR? Only in development system. You cannot create a TR in quality or production system. Correct? In the introductions, we have seen that. We have discussed that. So, if you choose standard recording routine, it cannot be maintained directly. The data cannot be maintained directly in production system. The data should be maintained in the development system, save it in a TR, and move the TR to production system. That is standard recording routine. Okay. Now, no user recording routine means you don't need a TR. You don't need a TR to save your changes, to save your data entries. So directly, user can maintain things in the production system. Okay, that is the difference between two. I'll show you two anyhow. So first, let me choose standard recording routine. Okay, I'm choosing this. I'll hit create on top. Then it is telling that the function group is not available, so no problem. Just save it in the package. Save. Then it says object entry for these tables. Save this. It's asking for a TR now. I'll put it in the same TR B3 employee table. Then again it's asking for another object package. Give the same package. It will take few seconds for the TMG to generate. Done. Request completed successfully. So my TMG got created. Done. My TMG got created. Now time to maintain our data. Okay, maintain the data. Now the T code to maintain the data is SM30. SM30. Okay. When we discussed about the introduction of T codes, what did I tell you? Any T code that is starting with SE is ABAP T code. Any T code starting with SM is functional T code. What is the starting with? SM. So this is system maintenance. T code related to your functional team. Okay. So that is the reason I said the data maintenance will be done by your functional team, not by ABAP team. But for your awareness, I'm showing you how the data is maintained. Okay. First, after coming here, give your table name in SM30. This is the first screen of SM30. Table or view name, give your table name. Then click on edit. I'll tell you what this pop-up is, how to fix this pop-up later. Ignore this pop-up for now. Okay, the table is cross-client. You can ignore this pop-up for now. Okay, done. So now if you observe, there is something wrong with this table. On the first two columns, I am getting a column name, employee number, employee first name. But what happened to the next three columns? I am getting plus symbols. Correct? Only for this I am getting a column name. But for the remaining ones, I am not getting a column name at all. The reason for this is, let's go back to the table. Okay. For which one am I not getting it? For last time I'm not getting a column name. Correct? Here I'm not getting a column name. For this, we did not maintain a field label. For this, we did not maintain a field label, so it's not coming up here, right? That is the purpose of your field label. Okay. Next, for the next two, I didn't even create a data element. Correct? I did not even create a data element. So if the data element itself is not there, then what can we save? We can't save a field label. Correct? So that is the purpose of your data element. So it's fine. You can even create a field without a data element, but you will not get the field label when you are maintaining the data in SM30. Okay, that is the limitation that you will have. Without data element, if you create a field, you cannot add a field label. Okay, let's quickly add a field label in last name. Here I'll add. Done. Added. Then let me activate this. Okay, now the field labels are added. Okay, so the table is also in the active state. My data element is also in the active state. Now let me refresh this. I'll come back. Okay, I'll again come back. Edit. Still it's not coming up. Correct? It's still not coming up. The reason for this is, pay attention, very important. Whenever you make any changes in the table level, the TMG has to be regenerated. The TMG has to be regenerated. If you don't regenerate the TMG, this will still pick the previous active version of your table. Okay, whenever you do any changes on your table after creating the TMG, okay, what did we do? First we created the table, then I created the TMG, then I saw that there is no field label here, then I went on to change the table. Now TMG is not working. Okay, so after creating the TMG, if you do any changes on table level, the TMG has to be regenerated. Very, very important point. Okay, very important point. Now let me come back to my table. So I'll again go back to TMG, utilities, TMG. Okay, now how to regenerate the TMG is, there are two ways. You can completely delete a TMG and recreate it, or else you can edit it. Or else you can edit it. I prefer doing the edit, not the deletion part. Okay, so I'll show you both anyhow. So let's say I want to delete it off and create a new one. So simply click on this delete button. Delete everything. Check all the checkboxes. Quit OK. Deleted everything. Then again create. Okay, created, regenerated successfully. Now let's go back to SM30 and see. Let me rerun the transaction. See, now I've got my column name. Right? After regenerating the TMG, I have got my column name. But what about the fate of these two? I did not create a TM these things at all for them. There is no data element at all. Without data element, I can't get it at all. Okay, I can't get anything at all. But let me just create one. I'll leave one, but I'll create one for this. For gender, I'll create one. Double click. Yes, yes. I'll not create a domain for this. I'll choose a built-in type. Label. Activate. Okay. Again, I made some changes in the table level, correct? So now, will it come by default? Will it come by default? It will not. It will not. See? So again, what should I do? I have to regenerate the TMG. Now I will not delete the TMG. I will edit the TMG. Okay. I will edit the TMG. I would suggest you to do the editing only. Don't delete it. Okay. Please don't delete it. Okay. So after getting into the TMG, click on this pencil icon here. Change. Right. Change. Done. So what change did I do? I made some field level changes, correct? So you can choose either this field or section table removed or new field added. No problem. You can choose anything because I made changes on the field level, correct? Field level. So choose any of the checkbox, no problem. Then hit OK. Continue. Then system is asking what screens do you want me to change? Okay, I want it to change overview screen. I want it to change single screen. Both the screens I want it to change. Okay, overview screen and single screen means this. This is the overview screen. Then when you click on new entry, you will get one more screen. That is the single view screen. Okay, both the screens I want to regenerate. Okay, because in both the screens I want this to be changed. The column name to be changed. Then and what type of field was it which we changed? Non-key field, correct? Normal field. So normal field. Done. Okay. These two check boxes and normal field. If you change a key field, choose key field. Simple. Then hit OK. So it says will be deleted and recreated. Screen will be deleted and recreated. Done. Okay. Okay. Done. Request completed successfully. Now let's. Okay. I should run the T code again for it to get refreshed. See, the sender came up now. Okay. Now it came up. So the most important step and the step that people often forget is whenever you do any changes on the table level, okay, please make sure to regenerate the TMG. Done. So any doubt till now, anyone? Okay. So if you're having any doubts, if you're hesitating to ask, we can put it in the chat also. No problem. Okay. So now that we've understood what is a TMG, the purpose of the TMG is what? Again, it is used to maintain the data in the table. Without TMG, I cannot maintain the data in the table. Okay, every table should have a TMG for me to maintain it in the system, maintain the data in it. Okay, so now there is nothing inside this, correct? The whole table is empty. I don't see any data in it. I'll not maintain this because this will be an example for you that without data element you will not get this benefit of adding a field label. Okay, so I'll let this be like this. Last one, this is mail ID, so I'll let this be like this. Okay, so now let's add some entries to it. Okay, some data to it. So to add the data, I'll click on this new entries, new entry. Done. Then let me give something like 1 2 3. I'll give. Okay, done. Just maintain 3 entries in this. Okay, maintain some 3 entries in this. Now let's understand the concept of primary key versus normal key, unique key versus non-unique key. Okay, so in this table, what is my unique key? Employee number. That means the employee number cannot be repeated. Correct? The value inside my employee number cannot be repeated. So now let's see what will happen. Okay, I gave some entries here. I'll hit enter. I'll hit enter. Okay, done. So if there was any error, after you click on enter, you will get the error. I did not get any error now. So everything is good. I did not click on save. I clicked on enter only. Okay, if there are any errors, when you do enter, it will come up here. So no error for now. Okay, now what I'll do, see, I'll add one more. Here I'll put one more Ravi. Okay, so if we observe this, now Ravi is repeating twice, correct? Varma is repeating twice. Male, male, female, male. Male is repeating thrice, correct? So I'm having repetitive entries in my non-key fields, non-primary fields. So if I do an enter now, no problem. System still accepted it, even if there are repetitive values in it. Ravi is repetitive, Burma is repetitive, mail is repetitive. Still it accepted it, right? Still it accepted it. Even if you repeat a mail ID also, it will still accept. Let me quickly change for understanding purpose. See, 123 mail is already there, na? So again, if I put it, still it's accepting. I clicked on enter, still it accepted. Okay. So this is your non-key field. It will accept repetitive entry in it. Okay. Now let me try to put a repetitive entry here on the employee detail, employee number. Okay. So I'll try to put Swati. Done. I entered one value for Swati. So now let me click enter once more. Error. What does it say? An entry already exists with the same key, right? And the error is where? On 123 line number. See, everything else is in black, but only this line got changed to red. Correct? Everything else is black. Only this line is changed to red. That means this is the incorrect entry. This is the incorrect entry. See, an entry already exists with the same key. Double click this. Okay. See, when you double click the message, you will get a detailed message again. Okay. See, what does it say? Diagnosis. When creating an entry, you entered a key which already exists. That means when I'm adding a value, when I'm maintaining the data, I've entered a value which was already there in this table on this field. Okay. System response, the entry cannot be created. System cannot store this entry. Then procedure, specify another key or remove the entry using the function skip. Okay. So function skip, this is the skip. If you want to skip this, you can skip it. But ideally, this is not the correct entry, right? We cannot repeat a key field. You cannot repeat a primary key field. Okay. So now if I just change this off to something else, I'll hit enter again. See, it took automatically. So again, remember this. Whenever you maintain any data, see, when I clicked on save again, see, now it asks for a TR, na? Transport request. It is prompting for a transport request. Correct? That is standard recording routine. Standard recording routine in your TMG. Utilities, TMG, standard recording routine. Correct? This because of this, I am getting the TR. Okay. So see, my data got saved now. Okay. If I get out, if I click on display or edit, whatever. See, let me click on display. See, my data is there. Whatever the data I maintain, it is there. If I click on edit, still I'm able to see my data. Right? This is how you can maintain the data in the table. Even if you're having 100 fields also, you can still maintain it like this. Normally, you will not have 100 fields. 10, 15 fields is maximum fields you will have in custom tables. Okay. So any doubt? Anyone? Okay. So there is still one problem with this table. Okay, there is still one problem with this table, with this data actually, not the table, with the data. Okay, see, observe that everything here is in capital letters, correct, uppercase. Everything is in capital letters, uppercase. But while maintaining the data, I did not give a uppercase. Example, see, new entry, I'll click. Sorry, done. Okay, see, how did I give? First letter is capital, everything else is small. First capital, everything small. First capital, everything else is small. So normally how we will write in English, this is how we will write now, normal sentences. So I gave in that pattern only. Okay, always the name should start with capital letter now. Normally, that's how we will write. Normal, basic English, punctuation of English. But the minute I hit enter or save, see what happens. I hit enter now. Okay, system automatically converted it to capitals. Right, system automatically converted it to capitals. Even if I directly save, also that's going to happen the same. Okay, see 789. Okay, see, now again I gave in the same pattern, correct? So if I, even if I give everything in small also, it still, see, I'm giving everything in small in this case. Okay, these two both are in small. Okay, every letter is small, correct? So now if I directly click on save without clicking enter also, you can click on save, no problem. So save, it's asking for a TR. Okay, again it changed, no, to capitals. Everything is in capitals again, correct? So this is happening because of your data domain. Okay, let me go inside the domain. In the first name, there is a domain, correct? Let me go into the domain. So in the domain, you see there is a checkbox called case sensitive. Case sensitive. Because of this checkbox, it's happening. This option, it is happening like that. Okay. So if I go to change mode, if I check this, I'll activate it. Okay. I activate it. See the difference. Okay. I'm clicking this checkbox now. I'm checking the checkbox, case sensitive checkbox in the domain. In the domain. Okay. Done. I'll go back to the table. Now what did I do? I changed something on the table level. Correct. Again, I changed something. So the TMG has to be regenerated. So we have to do that. Utilities TMG. And don't worry, whenever you regenerate the TMG or delete the TMG also, your data will not be deleted. Okay. So let me delete it now. To just to show you, my table is currently having some data. Correct. So see, I'll delete the TMG now. Instead of editing it, I'll delete it just to show you that the data will not be affected. Delete it, I'll recreate it. One step. Now I'll choose this no user recording routine because one more scenario that if you choose this radio button, it will not ask for a TR. Okay, if you choose this radio button, it should not ask for a TR. So let's see this scenario now. Okay, I'll hit create again. Done. TMG regenerated. Let me go back to my SM30 now. The T code has to be, you again have to come back to the T code for it to refresh. So edit. See, the data is still there, correct? Although I deleted and recreated my TMG, the data is still there. Still there. Okay. So now I'll click on new entry again to make some new entries. Okay. So let's say 891 something. Okay, done. Now I gave, see, again, one capital, everything in small, like that for each and every field. But for which domain did I change it? For which domain did I make case sensitiveness? Only for the last name. sorry, first name I guess. Only for the first name, correct? Only for the first name, employee first name, I made case sensitiveness. I've given case sensitiveness, correct? So now let me save it. See what happened? Now when I clicked on save, first thing, it did not ask for a TR. Did it ask for a TR? No. Earlier it asked for a TR when I clicked on save. A transport request. I got the pop-up for transport request. Now I did not get it. The reason for that, in the TMG I've chosen what? Sorry. No user recording routine. Because of this option, I did not get a TR, and because of my case sensitiveness in the data in the domain, this is not converted. See, whatever I gave, it took. It took. Even if I give everything in small letters, it will still take it. Okay. Sorry, there's a typo. Done. So see, I'll now give everything in small for Preeti. Okay, for Preeti. For metal also, if you want to give everything in small, it's fine. Your wish. Okay. See, I gave everything in small for these two. If I save it, done. So whatever I give from the screen, whatever I give from the screen, that will be saved. Okay, if I give like capital and small at the same time, it will take. If I give everything in small, it will take. If I give everything in capital also, it will take. See, done. Everything in capital, save, took. It took, right. So this is the use of case sensitiveness. Okay. You might feel like, again, see, the purpose of, see, without data element also we would have created a field, but the purpose of the data element, the benefit of getting the data element is we will get the field label from the data element only, this field label. Now, without domain also we can create a data element like this by using built-in type. But if you use built-in type without domain, then we will lose the feature of case sensitiveness. Case sensitiveness is available only in the domain, correct? Only in the domain. So if you don't use a domain, you will lose this feature, case sensitiveness feature. That is the purpose of using a domain. Benefit that you get, additional benefit that you're going to get if you use a domain. Okay. So any doubt, anyone till now?
Harshit,
Yeah.
actually, SAP is not a case sensitive, right?
SAP, no, coding is not case sensitive. You can write coding in any language. I mean, any case, uppercase, lowercase, your wish.
Okay.
But data maintenance is case sensitive. Normally, again, if you don't check that, everything will be in the uppercase. But
Okay.
again, your wish, you can choose it or unchoose it, your wish. Only your passwords are case sensitive in SAP. Nothing else is case sensitive.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone else? Okay, fine. So now let's understand. Okay, I'm getting a pop-up, correct? So okay, before we fix this pop-up, okay, let me show you something else. Okay, see, normally this is a table now. Okay, this is a table. If you want to see the data in this table, there are multiple ways to see the data. First way, from SM30 only. Okay, directly you can come here, you can click on display, edit, you will see the data. This is first way of seeing the data. Second way is from the table. Okay, See, once you are inside your table, okay, I'll come back again. See, display or change your wish. You can go anything. Then click on this button, contents. You see a button here, right? Contents inside the table. Inside the table, click on this button. Okay. So you will get this screen. Where it says these are all the fields of your table, correct? Fields of your table. Without giving anything, if you directly execute this, click on this execute button, it will show you the complete data of your table. Okay, see, complete data of my table, correct? Complete data. So how many entries are there in my table currently? 10. Here you see 10. How many fields are there? 5. Okay, done. See here also, if you click on number of entries, it will show you. See, number of entries that meet the selection criteria 10. What is the selection criteria? Nothing. I did not give anything in the selection criteria. But if I give any selection criteria, let's say I'll give Swati. I guess THI, CTHI, okay. Number of entries now? No. I give TI, yeah. Or did I give? Oh, it's in capital, okay. Number of entries now? See, I'm getting 2. I'm getting 2 entries. That meets my criteria. First name criteria, 2. Right? So if I execute it now, I'll only see the information of Swati. See, only Swati Mittal and Sumati Arora. Okay. So if I give Ravi instead of Swati, with Ravi also I have 2 entries, correct? So if I execute this, I'll only get Ravi's. Okay. Similarly, you can give any field. Okay. If you, let's say if you want to see all the female employees names, okay, how many employees are there? 5 employees. Okay. If I execute this, see all the female employees data is available. Correct. So like this, you can see it. Or with the last name also you can filter Sharma. You got a Sharma. Okay. So this is second way of seeing your data. First way of seeing the data from SM30 directly you can see it. Second way is from the table level. Come to table, click on this button, give whatever the selection criteria that you want to give. If I give this also, it will come. Okay. See, no matter which table you give, it will come up. If let's say you give some entry which is not there in the table, 867, it says no table entry is found for specified key. Okay, means with 867 there is no entry in my table. Correct? With 867, is there any entry? No, not there. So it did not show anything. It gave the message that no data available. Okay, so this is second way of seeing the data. Now, third way of seeing the data. SE16. SE16. This is a T code. Okay, SE16 is a T code. Enter. Here give the table name. This is my table name. Then click on this button. First button. Table contents. Not this. This is the different button. First button you have to choose. Table contents. First one. You see, again same screen we have got, correct? Same screen as this. This is this screen and this screen aren't the same. But see the T codes. This is what's T code? SC11 T code, no? Correct? I'll do Alt tab. SC16. Correct? So again, even the output will be similar. See, this is SC16 output. This is SC11 output. See, SC11, no? Bottom right corner, you see T code name SC11. This is SC11. This is SC16. So SC11 and SC16 visually are the same. Visually are the same. Okay. Then another way of seeing the data and most widely used manner. Okay, this the one that I'm about to show you is the one that people very often use. Very often use. That is SE16N. So this is SE16. So SAP created a new T code called SE16N. N means new. N stands for new here. Okay, this is the new T code SAP has created. So see, This looks far more better actually than our SM30 or SC11 or SC16N comparatively to any other data visualization T codes processes. SC16N looks far more better, okay, more user friendly. Okay, see here I am giving my table name. So again, see here also I'll get my number of entries button, 10 entries. If I give any first name last name, it will show like according to that also. Ravi, number of entry, okay, capital. Just a second. Yes, yes, Sharma, got it. Ravi, I'll have to give it in the capitals only because I have activated the case sensitiveness for it. No, that's why. For first name, we activated case sensitiveness. That's why. Okay. Ravi, see, I'm getting an entry for this. So like this. So if I don't give anything directly, if I execute it, I'll get the complete data information, complete table information. Right? See, this is employee number, employee first name, employee last name, gender, mail, mail ID. See, still here I'm not getting a column name. It says 30 characters because char 30. Correct? Char 30. That is the reason I'm getting 30 characters there. Okay, 30 characters there. Simple. Okay. This is the most widely used method for visualizing the data, for seeing the data in the table. Okay, SC16N. Okay, even when you practice it also, whenever you want to see the data in SC16N, sorry, whenever you want to see the data in the table, always use SC16N. Okay, even I use SC16N. Most of the people will only use this decode only, SC16N, to see the data because this is far more better. You see, this is looking like Excel sheet now. I can select it. I can select one cell at a time, or I can select the whole column at a time, or I can select the complete data at a time. But if you go to SC16, all this is not possible. See, I cannot select a column. I cannot select a complete this. I can't even select the complete cell. See, I'm trying to select, it's not happening. Correct? It's not happening. You can try it once you get your server details. You can try it once. It will not work. You can't select it. But here, no problem at all. You can select everything as you wish. You can select the complete row also like this. See, but here, not possible. You have to check these tick boxes if you want to select. Okay, that is the difference between SA16 and 16N. 16N looks very modern, very more interactive, more user friendly. This looks very old and rustic. SAP started in 1970s, so definitely it's old. So this looks like some software from the 90s only, but this looks very modern. No? That is the reason people use SA16 and not SA16. Okay. Again, so there are some more features in the AC16 T code itself. So I'll tell you some important features here. Okay. First, you already know what is number of entries. It will show you the number of entries in your table. Okay. If you give anything here, anything, then if you click on number of entries, it will show you the number of entries for the selection criteria that you give. So my selection criteria is Ravi. So it is showing me 2. That means with Ravi, I'm having 2 entries. Okay. Similarly, if I go Sushma, 1 entry. So 1 entry with Sushma is available. So like that, it will show me the number of entries for the selection criteria that I give. If I don't give anything, it will show the complete table information, complete table data, all the entries in the table. Okay, done. Then you see there is a button here called as output. There are check boxes here. So by using this column, I can change my output. I can change the output fields. So see, let me now what I'll do. I'll uncheck my last name. I'll uncheck my mail ID. Okay. What is currently checked? Gender is checked. First name is checked. Employee number is checked. Okay. I'll execute it now. See, only 3 fields I'm getting: gender, first name, employee number. So whatever the fields for which I checked this checkbox, right? Only those fields are coming up in the output. Remaining everything not coming up at all. So if I uncheck first name also, only two fields now, employee number and gender, nothing else, right? So if I uncheck employee, this one also, only one field. If I uncheck this also, so I'm now unchecking nothing. I unchecked nothing. It will give everything again. Because what will it show? Although you have unselected everything, what will SAP show you? If there is nothing to show you, na, that is the reason it has pulled everything back. Okay, if you uncheck everything, if you uncheck every single checkbox, it will pull everything. Again, all the fields it will pull. If you check at least one checkbox, let's say I'll check a last name now. It will only show you that one. Okay, that is this checkboxes, output checkboxes. So these can be checked manually by using this or by using these buttons. Three buttons available here. So this is select all. Select all. Select all means all the checkboxes will be checked. See, now these are unchecked. Na? Three of these checkboxes are unchecked. So if I click this, see all are checked. Right? All are checked. Next it is deselect all. Deselect all means uncheck everything. Unchecked. Then this is select key fields. Only key fields it will select. I'm only having how many key fields? One key field. So it got selected. Okay, so that is the difference between these three fields. Select all, select key fields, deselect all. Okay, deselect all. Simple. Oh, sorry. I wanted to show you. Okay, so the next option is this. Delete row and delete all. So delete row means okay. Let me put 1, 2, 3 also here. I think 1, 2, 3 is already on. Okay, so delete and delete all the entries. First, delete row means whatever entry you have specified here. Okay, let's say I'll put my cursor on this employee number, or let me put it on Ravi. Okay, I'm putting my cursor on Ravi. I'll delete this. If I click on delete, this will be deleted from here, not from the table. Okay, just from the selection screen it is deleted. Okay, from in the table it will be there. See, but just your selection criteria will be deleted. The selections criteria will be deleted. Okay, this is one single delete row. If you click all entries, everything will be deleted. All the selection criteria that you filled here, so delete. Everything got deleted. That is delete and delete all. This is just to narrow your column length, and that's it. Okay, you will not use it normally. If you just wanted to increase or decrease it, you will normally use it. That's it. Okay, and this is sort by field used. Again, I mean, again, no need at all, because if you want to sort it with the behavior of how many number of times every field in your table is used, you will use this. Not needed, honestly. Okay, and again, this is undoing your changes. This is deleting your sorting fields. Next criteria, not needed. Not needed. It will just move your cursor. Okay, it will just move your cursor. Not needed. This is various list. I'll show you various list later when we actually get into this topic. Okay, then if you click on view maintenance, it will take you to SM30. Okay, so this is SM30 screen. Correct. The T code is still SC69. Here you see the T code is still SC69, but the screen is SM30. See, from SM30, this is what you will see now. This is SM30. See, SM30. When you click on display in SM30, this is what you will see. Same thing you are seeing here also in SC69. So that is why SC69 is a very powerful T code. Okay, very powerful T code. So any doubt here, anyone? See, it's just that you have to have the system access to go through all these things, right? So I keep telling you these things, but you might forget it quickly. So the thing is, you'll have to have the system access so that everything that I said just now, you can open your system and you can try it from your side. I told you that this is this button, this is that button and all, but till you feel that buttons on your hands, you will not be exactly remembering those concepts for longer period, right? So that's why. Okay. uh, okay, then let me just show you one more thing on the SE16N only, then we will conclude today's call. Okay. So now let's say I am having my data. This is my current data. Now my user wants to save this data in an Excel format. In a local file, they want to do some calculations. They want to do something manually in the Excel sheet. So how to extract this data into my system? This data is currently where? In SAP database, not in my system. This is not in my PC. This is in SAP. Now I want to transfer this data from SAP into my system. I want to download the data. Okay, how to download? Okay, so you see this button here, small icon, export. Click this button. Then click on spreadsheet. You can click Word also. It will save it in the Word format. But don't save it in Word format. In real time, you will only use spreadsheet. Why? Because how is this data look? This data is looking like what? An Excel sheet only, no? Correct. This is a table. This is a table. So a table in a Word is not very good when compared to the table in your Excel sheet. Correct? Tables are normally created in your Excel sheets, not in your Word. So you will always choose spreadsheet. Spreadsheet means Excel. Okay, spreadsheet means Excel. So choose spreadsheet. See what does it say? XLSX. XLSX. This is my file name. Okay, this is export to. Then where do you want to export it? I wanted to put it on desktop. Okay, fine. It is showing me desktop only already. So save. This pop-up you will get in some systems will not get it. So if you check, if you get this pop-up, just click on allow. Okay, just click on allow. Just you are giving the permission to the system to the save the file. That's it. Okay. See, my data got downloaded. I'll close this off. Automatically SAP will also open it. After downloading the data, it will open the Excel sheet. Okay, so I closed it. Let me try to open it again. So this is the what we have saved it today. Na? See the date here, 24th of September. Correct. Today only I saved it. See our data. Why isn't this?
So is there any limitation in transferring bulk of data?
Yeah, there is actually. So let's say if you're transferring a large amount of data, 10,000 entries, 5,000 entries, in that case, you will have some um, performance issues. It will take some time for you to get the data of such large volume. So normally what I would say is don't extract the data or don't download the data beyond 5,000 entries is what I'll tell you. Okay, so if you feel like you will need data of more than 5,000, you can cut short your selection criteria. Okay, so choose any parameter from your table. So like example, take any standard table for example. Okay, here if I put, I'm not sure if that large table data is available. Normally this is a test system, so you will not have such large data in this. P not there, no problem. Okay, so let's say this is 840 now. If I execute this, I'm getting 840 entries in total. Okay, so now you can cut short this. Okay, how you can cut short? You can give a range here, sales document number from 1 till some number you can give like this. Okay, see how many entries are there? 544 entries. So that means I'm extracting half of my table data. Okay, so extract 544 ones and the remaining ones next time. So like that you can split your data. Then it will download two Excel sheets. Okay, two Excel sheets. Simply copy the one Excel sheet data into another. Control A, Control C, Control V. Simple. That is easier. So that way you are not putting more load on the system. Okay. So beyond 5,000, if you want to download the data, again, you will never download the data. It is normally your functional team who does this activity, or your business user who do their activities. Just FYI, I'm just showing you how to download the data and all those things also. Because there might be situation, some functional teams are not aware of this, or some business users are not aware of this. In that case, you can guide them. Once you get into a project, you can also guide them. Okay. So anyone, any doubt? Okay. I'll take that as a no. Right. So we've discussed few more, like many topics today. First was the TMG topic, wherein how to create a TMG, the purpose of the TMG, how to regenerate the TMG, two ways: delete it, edit it. Two ways to recreate a TMG. And in the TMG, what is standard recording routine? What is no user recording routine? Standard recording routine will ask for a transport request whenever you save any data. No user recording routine will not ask for any transport request. Then how to visualize the data? Different ways of visualizing your data. From SM30, that is first way. From SC11, second way. SC16, third way. SC16N, fourth and most widely used T code across the globe. Across the globe, people mostly uses SE16N. There are few veterans, let's say people who are working in SAP since 15-20 years. They started their career with SC16, so they might prefer to use SC16, but all the people, the mm, now active users are more focused on SC16. They tend to use SC16 more than SC16. Okay. So if I've used something for 10 years, I don't want to switch it to new thing now. Even if it's better, I don't want to switch it because I'm habituated to use this. So older users or older consultants will still use SC16, but younger generation, new people will use SC16N. Okay. So you people use SC16N, not SC16. SC16 is not very, again, user friendly. 16 is 16N is more friendly. Okay. Then the benefit of having a data element. Benefit is we can add a field labeler, so that in the SM30 we will get a column name. If you don't add a field label, we will not get a column name. We will get a plus symbol on top. Then the benefit of adding a domain is we can create a data element with a data domain or a built-in type, right? But if you create a data element with a built-in type, we will lose the feature of case sensitiveness. That feature we will lose. Okay. So these are some uh, topics that we have learned today. And again, in SC16, what are the different icons? Uh, what is that output checkboxes? How to download the data, right? And number of entries button. All these things we have seen. Okay. So if you are not having any doubts, we can conclude this call and see the only, again, as a matter of fact, as I said in the initial classes, the only thing that requested from you people is discipline to complete that day syllabus on that day itself. Like if you're saying something today, try to complete it on that day itself, because that way you'll not have any backlogs on you. You will be running parallel with the course rather than falling back. Okay. Yeah. Thanks everyone. We can meet tomorrow for our next class. And yeah, and from the chapter to the documents are actually exclusive. These are only shared with the people who completed their registration. So I did not share the chapter 2 documentation yet for all of you. So please do complete the registration so that we can, give these documents also to you. All right. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye.